myself Kedar Amazado and you are watching School Tak News channel. Today we students of 8th class are going to conduct a podcast related to a very vast and interesting topic, that is India-Pakistan partition. And today's our special guest is Mr. Subodh Jaju sir, who is a great personality and manager of Rasikla Lamthariwal International School and founder of JIC School Tak News channel. He has always been motivating the students of our Rasikla Dhariwal International School to be disciplined and to be focused on their goals. Welcome, sir.
Namaste.
How did the partition fundamentally alter the social fabrics, demographics, and political landscape of both India and Pakistan?
The partition brought nationalism in both the countries. Okay, like nowadays we are experiencing nationalism leaded with the religion. In Pakistan, Islam is a nationalism. In India, the culture, Hinduism is also the outline of the nationalism. Demographical changes happened on large scale, especially in the region of Punjab. So, like Pakistan Punjab, India Punjab, as well as the religious demography change in the Bengal, some areas of the Assam, because that time Pakistan was, today's Bangladesh also was a Pakistan till 1971. It was united East Pakistan and West Pakistan. So it has impacted the demography of both the countries. Other than that, when it was decided that 100% Muslims will go to Pakistan and 100% Hindus will come to Bharat, Mahatma Gandhi and other leaders decided after overviewing the riots that people will stay wherever they are if they want. So few of Hindus decided to stay in Pakistan and few of Muslims they stayed in Hindustan only. But nowadays the demographical changes are there, like when Pakistan and India got separated, almost 22% Hindus were there in the Pakistan. Nowadays it is 1%. And in India, as per sources, in India, there were 3 to 7% Muslims. Nowadays, it is somewhere around 15 to 20%. Officially 14 to 15, but unofficially 15 to 20% Muslims are there. So, demography has changed. As well as few states like Jammu Kashmir, Assam, Bengal, and Kerala. So, these also got affected, and demographical changes happened there. In Uttar Pradesh, there also demographical changes happened, and these all impacted the social well-being of the people, and the political manifesto got centered to religion as well. So these were the political impacts, social and demographical impacts.
What was the role of women during the partition, especially in terms of their experiences of violence and displacement?
I won't say the role of the women in partition, but they were the victims of the partition. Lakhs of women got raped, kidnapped, they got executed, humiliated, and they were the most sufferer of these riots. They lost their families, their kids, their father, husband, brothers in front of their eyes, and those who executed them, they only took them with them. So the violence with women was so immense that none of the part of the world experienced such kind of violence with women. What had happened in India and Pakistan with the Hindu women.
How did picture, film and art contribute to our understanding and memories of the partition?
Lot much literature, movies, dramas were subjected with the India-Pakistan partition, like Khushwant Singh's Train to Pakistan, Tamas movie, then like Midnight Child, recently Gadar movie, Gadar Part 1, I'll say, not Part 2. So Gadar Part 1, and many more. Even there was one serial in the 1980s which was on Doordarshan. It was called as Bunyad, the after effects of the partition. So dramas, literature, write-ups, movies, they have portrayed and showed us what had happened that time. So with that audio visual or literature, people still able to understand and visualize what must have happened that time.
How does regional identities like Punjab, Gujarat and Bengal affect to the partition?
Punjab got divided into Pakistani Punjab and Bharatiya Punjab. Bengal got divided into Bharatiya Bengal and Pakistani Bengal. Demographical changes were there. Language got affected, mixed with Urdus in the region of the Pakistan, but still they are using Bengali. Like in Bangladesh, Bengali is their language. In Pakistan, Punjabi is their language. But yeah, it has changed the identity with the nation, as well as mass conversion changed the demographic identity of the area as well. In Punjab, where Punjabis were and Sikhs were in majority, but in Pakistani Punjab now Sikhs are not majority, those are minority. So this has affected a lot, especially these two border states, Punjab and Bengal.
What are some of the most common misconceptions or overlooked aspects of the partition that you think are important to highlight?
The cause of partition shall be known to everyone. Mostly everyone knows that. It was led by the religious thought and communities. Partition happened due to communities only. Hindu community and Muslim community, they wanted to live with their freedom and their rules. But nowadays we are not stressing or giving importance of that. And that's the reason there are lot much dividation among ourselves. Second thing, the minorities who stayed in the nations, we shall know that they were given choice to stay or go. So we shall not consider them as enemies. But the blind faith that people who stayed here are the nationalists with our country, or you can say they are affiliated to our country, is also dangerous. This is endless. Such kind of people who are acting against nation can be from any community. But mostly the country belongs to whom? It is written in the document that this is a Hindu nation for Hindus and Islamic nations for Islamics. So nothing wrong to call this as a Hindu nation. But yeah, with the larger thought, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam kind of. So Bharat was made at the time of separation for the Hindus, and it can be accepted by everyone. It is documented. Nothing wrong into that. We shall not bother to tell this. Like we are saying Pakistan is an Islamic country. So nothing wrong into that. So I guess the misconception is lying here only. So which country belongs to whom? So after partition it was decided that Pakistan is for Muslims and Hindustan is for Hindu. And who are the Hindus? The misconception of Hindus is also there. As per our resolutions of the assemblies, which is mentioned in the minority clause of the constitution, that Hindus are Sanatan, Jain, Baudh, Sikh, or those people who are following similar kind of thoughts. So all those are Hindus. But yes, rivalry which has created that time, now it's almost over 70 years. So we shall move ahead. What had happened that time, who did what that time. So now what we are doing nowadays, that is most important. So even Muslim communities or Hindu communities, both have to understand that whatever had happened, we shall not keep that rivalry and that sharpness within us. We shall have to move ahead being as a nationalist, Bharatiya, Bharat. And the definition of Savarkar is very good for being Bharatiya, and there nothing wrong into following it.
What were the significant economic consequences of the partition for both nations?
The significant economic, like nowadays you must have seen during conflict of the Indus Water Treaty. So the water of Indian part was also given to Pakistan. But there was one deal that when both nations got separated, that before, that rivers were going through Bharat and Pakistan both areas. So dams were created in India also. So Pakistan demanded that dams, those are built in India, now were separate. So some of that amount had to be passed on to us for creating dams in Pakistan area. So that negotiation was going on, and because the war of Kashmir had begun that time, and few military engagement was also going on. So India was trying to create pressure to stop that. But during that time only our Mahatma Gandhi, he started fasting and pressurized India to pay crores of rupees to Pakistan. Even Lord Mountbatten and Britishers also asked to do that. So for India it was a nuksan ka sauda. India paid 55 crores immediately to Pakistan without any final negotiation. Secondly, India released water to Pakistan without any correct calculations, and that was continued into Liaquat Ali and Nehru's treaty also, the deal that had happened in 1950s, far after the partition. So where India was not authorized to clean the dam also, so that dam got flooded with the mud and the storage capacity of our dam reduced and entire water was flowed to Pakistan. So this is one example. Apart from that, the biggest financial loss was the people who were coming from Pakistan to India. Almost their all properties and funds were looted by the Pakistanis, whereas when in majority those who left India, they were compensated for their properties and their money which they were having in India. So this was a financial loss. Even the refugees who were living in India, so I guess you must be not knowing that still there are those refugees are living in Delhi and some areas of the Kashmir. And recently in last decade only, the Modi government, they given them few fundamental rights. Else they were poor, they were dependent, but they were not having any rights like Indian citizens were having. So lot many things are there. So if we'll dig out, it's endless. So financial losses, both the countries suffered, but yeah, India was the largest sufferer.
So sir, in what ways do you see the legacy of India-Pakistan partition and the contemporary reasons such as cultural politics in India and Pakistan today?
I will not say legacy, but yes, it has affected, like I explained, how it had affected to the religious demography, then national demography, overall national politics. Nowadays politics is also still centralized to Pakistan and Bharat. In Pakistan, it's always Bharat centric. In India, most of the time, it's Pakistan centric. Nowadays, no doubt, it is China, shifting to China centric. But yes, Pakistan centric is always there. And the religious centric as well. So politics has become politics is defined into nationalism and religious centric things, as well as economical and overall the demographic, religious or social effects. Culture always brings some social effects. Culture was tremendously affected during partition. So not only religious culture, but their habits, their Bodration also changed their practices. Even number of temples were destroyed. Still it's getting destroyed in Bangladesh. Recently we have experienced that few months before. In Pakistan also. The percentage of Hindus in Bangladesh and Pakistan, both the areas, reduced significantly. It's in single digit. Whereas in India, they flourished. They reached to 2 digits. So it shows the nature of two different countries. I will not say communities, but countries. Yes. India is always a good country having good culture where they accept to everyone and they always help them to grow. Whereas few countries like Afghanistan, Pakistan, Iraq or all such kind of, they are always vanishing the minorities. they are always attacking them, and that's the reason the number of minorities came to single digit, somewhere in the micro digit also. So this is what the largest effect, legacy I won't call.
Okay, sir. So, as we conclude our podcast and discussion, so what message or takeaway you would like to give to our listeners through our today's discussion and our conclusions?
First of all, stop listening to all people and believing them who are giving analysis of this subject. Study yourself. One thing I want to tell, there is no correct official or unofficial number of the people massacred during the partition from the both side, kidnapped girls or women, number of women victimed, executed and humiliated during this, the 1,000 crores of property that had been destroyed, and lot many after effects. So we have to study it, and if something had caused as a mistake by anyone, like nowadays we know that Jawaharlal Nehru did lot many mistakes. Mahatma Gandhi, what he did, few people think that he was very liberal, he was Santa Mahatma, but somewhere he is that like peace intentions brought violence in the country as well. But we shall not allegate to Mahatma Gandhi also, to anyone, until unless we reach to a conclusion after studies. So my message is to study this first. Don't get influenced by either side, the criticizers or the admirers. Don't get influenced. So history cannot be changed, and we shall bold enough to call this nation as per the treaty and as per the agreement done at the time of partition. That is, this country was reserved for the Hindus and those countries were reserved for the Muslims. No doubt both are living in both the countries. So we have to respect them, but somewhere we shall always think that who is having first right on the resources and the overall well-being of the country. Thank you.
So as we wrap up today's podcast on the India-Pakistan partition, it's clear that this event, while decades in the past, still continues to shape lives. History isn't just in books, it's alive in our communities and our world. Let's remember that understanding our past is the first step towards a more peaceful future. Until next time, thank you for watching School Time News Channel.